Hey guys, it's Izzy here, and today I'm going to be doing a What I Read in October of 2018 video. Let's just get started. The first book that I read in October, I technically started reading in September and then finished in October, and that is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. I think I gave this on Goodreads a 5 out of 5 stars. Yes, I'm checking on my computer just to make sure. I gave this a 5 out of 5 because this is probably the best book in the series because there's there's the war, and then there's the scene where the trio is like camping, and then there's a 19 years later, which literally broke my heart. I was crying when I was reading it, and it was just like, oh, it was such a good book, and it's like, oh, it's so amazing. I definitely recommend you go and buy the series if you haven't read it yet, or like rent it in your local library, or buy it at the bookstore, get it on Audible, whatever. I don't use Audible, but like, if you have it, use it, read the series, and cry with me about it. Also, remember my nerdy haul that like had that big case of the books? This is the book from that, and it's like beautiful and new, and I can't wait to reread the series so that I can use the new books. So, yay! The next two books I have in this list, I don't have a copy of, so you can just Google the books and yeah, so that you know what it looks like. The first book is All American Girl by Meg Cabot, and it's about this girl named Sam, and she saves the president from an assassination, like a terrorist attack, I think, and she is brought as a youth ambassador for the United States, and she meets the president's son, and it just hilarity ensues, and it's a really good book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was funny. Don't let the book don't judge a book by its cover. That's what the saying is. Hey, okay, good job for me. But don't judge a book by its cover, especially this book, because it looks like a stupid book, but when you read it, it's actually not a stupid book. It's just as outlandish as Princess Diaries, which is the other book that Meg Cabot wrote, if you did not know. And it's funny. It's slightly inappropriate, and if you don't like weird, inappropriate things, then don't read it. But like, other than that, definitely recommend. It's really good. And then the next book that I have is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Huh, that's a long title. By, hold on, I'm looking at it. Benjamin Alir Sayens. I don't know how to say that name, but yeah, it's about these two boys, Aristotle and Dante. They meet during the summer, and stuff happens. Okay, it's really gay, and I really like it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because I just loved how I love Aristotle and Dante's relationships with their parents, and like the friendship that they have together. I was laughing, I was crying. Oh my god, there are things that happen in this book that make me want to cry. Like, bleh. And then it just made me so happy and giggly sometimes, and it was just such a great book. There's so many twists and turns, and so many, all the feels. That's all I can say. It was amazing. Also, side note on this book, it has a sequel coming out sometime soon, and when I say soon, I mean like 1 or 2 years. But I'm going to be buying it because I really want to read it. So yeah, very excited for that. The next book I have is Because You Love to Hate Me, which is a collaboration between 13 booktubers and 13 well-known authors, and made twists or origin stories on villains in classic tales, or like their own like new sort of like origin story of a villain or whatever. There's like Jim Moriarty as a teenager, and there's Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, And oh my god, there's like Medusa and a lot of very interesting things here. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because highly recommend. It was really good. Cover is beautiful. If you want me to have like a book talk on any of these books that I talk about today, definitely put that in the comments down below. That's very helpful. The next book is the Notes from Upside Down, an unofficial guide to Stranger Things. I figured out who the author is. It says right here, Guy Adams. And this is basically a guide to the first season of Stranger Things, all the references that the show makes, and like it has like an introduction of like how the show came to be, and it has info about the actors and where they came from and what they've also done. It has a bunch of stuff in it. It's got cute little things of like areas for notes, and then it's got like things to mention about like movies and TV shows in the 80s that are referenced, and the music and all the things about Stranger Things. And yeah, I thought it was really good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend you pick it up if you're a fan of Stranger Things and want to know all things 80s. The next book I'm going to talk about is probably my least favorite book that I've read this month. Doesn't mean I didn't like it, but it wasn't really great as compared to the other books, which is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. This book is a very short read about two men, George and Lenny, that this takes place during the Dust Bowl, basically. And they get a new job, and they're trying to make a living and like live out their dream. And a lot of things happen, and it's very hard to explain. But this basically talks about, this is like a look into what it's like living in the time of the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression, which I found very interesting. And I read this for English class, but consider, like, putting that aside, I don't recommend you read this actually. I mean, like, if you don't like the N-word, Negro, that's all I'm saying. And if you don't like bad portrayals of women, don't read it, okay? Because it kind of sucks the way that they talk about women and people of color in this book. But it was a very interesting read. That's all I'm going to say. This month I also read How to Train Your Dragon, How to Speak Dragonese, which is the third book in the How to Train Your Dragon series by Cressida Cowell. Basically this is talking about another adventure with Hiccup and Fishlegs. They get captured by another tribe near Burke they have been like fighting and at war for a while, and they meet new people, and reoccurring villains just comes back up again, and things happen. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I think this is definitely one of the funnier books in the series. So, you know how much I love the series. You know how much I love the movies. Go pick up the books if you like Harry Potter, anything having to do with fantasy and like dragons. Okay, pick it up. Probably my favorite read of this month was definitely The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. This is the collector's edition, but the original edition is like just white and red. This book is about a girl who is the only eyewitness to her friend Khalil being shot by a white police officer. This is her adventure of speaking up for her friend. And this gives us a very good look into what it's like to live like in the hood, basically. And she also like goes to a white private school. And this is just so like insightful, and it's such an amazing book. I definitely recommend that you go out and buy this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It's just amazing. This is definitely one of my favorite reads of 2018 in general. And the last two books that I read this in the month of October are the first two books in the Amulet series, The Stonekeeper's Curse and The Stonekeeper. This is the first one. This is the second one. But this is basically about a girl named Emily, and her grandfather passes down this amulet with magical powers to her. And how this series starts is her mother is being taken by this creature. She and her brother Navin have to find her and get her mother. And this is just like an 8-book series, I think. It's a graphic novel. Definitely go out and buy it if you like fantasy things and There's a bunch of furries, which is hilarious, but definitely recommend. I gave them both 3 out of 5 stars, excuse me. But I mean, like, it's nostalgic because I loved these books in like elementary school. So yeah, that's basically all of the books that I wrote what I read in 2018. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification bell, so that you can be notified. Oh my god, I can't speak. So that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. My social media sites are in the description bar below, and leave a comment down below what you want me to do next. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.